quick review of the chapter. Okay, in this summary, quick review we can have. That is, after reading this chapter, what you should know. I hope you all know now. You all now know all these factors, all these things that balanced diet differ for different people. Okay, you know this one. Balanced diet differ from different people. So it depends on the age, the height, and the weight of the particular person who is having the balanced diet, right? It's not same for everyone. How poor diet can affect the health, including starvation, obesity, coronary heart disease. So a poor diet can lead to all these diseases. It can affect our health, and it can include starvation, obesity, and coronary heart disease, right? If we eat too much of junk foods that contains too much of fats and oils, not only that, if we eat too much of food, that will also cause disease. If we don't eat enough, if we don't take enough of those nutrients that we want, if we don't eat enough food, that will also cause some diseases. Okay, obesity is also a disease due to malnutrition. So these diseases, this is called malnutrition, right? When we don't get enough nutrition or any type enough nutrients, and or if any particular type of nutrient is present in excessive quantity in our body. The causes and effects of protein energy malnutrition, you know that, the kwashiorkor, you have learned about these diseases. The functions of amylase, protease, and lipase, you know that amylase breaks down the carbohydrates into maltose or maltose, and that is again broken down by the enzyme maltase into glucose. Protease breaks down the proteins into amino acids, and lipase breaks down the fats into fatty acids and glycerols. Yes, the structure now, the structure and function of the alimentary canal and the organs of the digestive system. You know that, I'm not repeating it again. The structure and functions of teeth. Okay, so what are the structures of different types of teeth and what are their function and causes?
Also.
Yes, Samuddin.
Yes, ma'am. I'm telling the digestion picture is very. It means I have to telling that in SA1 there will be any picture.
Yes, you will have to draw the picture of the digestive system, of the total digestive system, along with the alimentary canal and the and liver. What the picture that is given here, like this one?
Yes, villi also, ma'am. You have
Where did
given
it
one.
go? Just a second.
Yes, ma'am. You have tell to
see, like this one. A picture is also given here that you can draw very easily by using pencil, right? This is the so this one you can also write. You can also draw this one. This is also the picture of the digestive system.
Yes, ma'am. I have drawn the tooth and digestive system. That's
okay, then the causes, effects, and treatment of cholera. You should know this after reading this chapter. You know it, right? Yesterday we have learned this thing, the causes, effects. What is the main cause of cholera? What is the main cause of cholera?
The water loss from your body.
Dehydration.
Cause. Dehydration is the symptom of cholera. But what is the cause of cholera?
Cause. It is due to the Vibrio cholerae, and there is a high water potential in that.
Unhygienic conditions, right? If you don't maintain hygiene,
yes,
if food and water, the food that you will eat and the water that you will drink, if that is already contaminated by Vibrio cholerae or the microorganism that causes cholera, if you drink contaminated water, if you eat contaminated food, if you don't maintain proper hygiene, then you can get cholera. So these are the causes of cholera. Now, effects, what are the effects of cholera? Now you can write about diarrhea, about how the
diarrhea and water loss from body.
The cholera, the microorganism that causes cholera, it lives and it multiplies inside our small intestine, and how it causes water loss, how it causes, how it
Loss.
yes, how
What?
it releases the toxin in our small intestine, and the water comes out from the blood to the small intestine, to the lumen of the small intestine, right? And then how the watery stool, watery feces is discharged or released from our body. So this is how we just we release too much of water from our body. Too much of water from our body goes out of our body, and this is why most of the organs, one by one, they will stop working. And if not treated in proper time, after some time, the person or the patient can even die due to that. How nutrients are assimilated into the body. You can also see the part assimilation here. You have learnt about it, that after absorbing the nutrients, how we use that nutrient, who helps in this process of assimilation. You have seen
Yes.
that in liver, what happens? Some of the glucose that we use and the glucose that we don't use, the liver converts it into glycogen, right? And store it for
Yes.
future use. In
Future
future,
use.
when we need energy, those glycogen will again be converted into glucose. The glucose will be then broken down and energy will be taken.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So this is assimilation. Now
we will
let's see
not
the
do
first
page.
question. End of chapter question. Question number 1. With the aid of examples, wherever possible.
Ma'am, page 89.
Yes,
Page
ma'am,
90. Page 90.
We will not
Okay,
do
page number 90.
the questions.
ma'am, page
7.15.
Yes, now we are
Those
doing
questions
the
we will
end
not
of
do.
chapter question answers. With the aid of examples wherever possible, explain the differences between each of the following pairs of terms. The first one is enamel and dentine. If you write 3 to 4 points here, that will be enough. So who will tell me the difference? Raise your hand if you can give the answer. The difference between enamel and dentine. Okay. So right now I can see 3 hands are raised here. Sheikh Samuddin, you tell this answer. Tell me 3 differences between enamel and dentine.
No, I only know 1 point.
Okay, tell me that 1 point that you know.
Ma'am, enamel is the hardest part of our teeth, and dentine is the softest part of our teeth under the enamel.
Okay, no, it's not the softest part, but it is softer than enamel, right? So you can
Enamel,
write
yes.
enamel is the hardest part of our teeth. And in point number 1, and for dentine, point number 1, you can write it is dentine is softer than enamel. Okay, so we have
Yes.
found 1 point. Now
Yes. We
tell
can,
me point number 2, Arijit.
yes. The point number will 2 that we can see the enamel, but we cannot see the dentine.
Okay, we can see the enamel, but we cannot see the dentine. Okay, that can be written. Now point number 3, Aditya Raj Singh.
Yes, ma'am. Enamel have living cells, but dentine have living cells, but enamel does not.
Living cell.
cell, I think. Yes.
Yes.
But enamel
Okay.
does not.
So what
Living
is the
cell does not.
enamel made up of? What is the enamel made up of?
Enamel is a hard. That is called what, I think. Very hard enamel.
We can simply write the
I can
one simple difference that we can write at the very first, that is enamel is the outermost layer of our teeth and dentine is the second layer. Okay, enamel is the outermost layer of the teeth and dentine is the second layer of the teeth. Then yes,
I can tell
Purvasha?
one.
Ma'am, enamel is the surface of the teeth, and dental is under of the teeth. Means under the enamel.
That means we can see enamel, but we cannot see dentine. Dentine is
Yes.
the next
Enamel,
layer
yes.
of the enamel. Yes, Rupanjan, you want to tell 1 point?
Yes, ma'am. Enamel is homogeneous and dentine is heterogeneous.
So, and what do you mean by homogeneous and heterogeneous here?
Yes,
Yes.
that
You
can
should
be
not
it.
write anything even from the internet. You have written it, you have seen it in internet, I know, but you should not write anything even,
I have written this one.
yes, even from the internet, you should not write anything if you don't understand it, right? Always that is correct one, not wrong, but if you write anything even from internet, that's good that you search the answer, that's very good, but you try to understand it. Okay, if you don't understand, again you search that what is this thing. Okay, then
What is
first you
homogeneous
understand, then
and
you
what
write.
is
Okay,
heterogeneous?
yes, so simply I told you to write 3 points. You can write point number 1, you can write, yes, that one. We can see the enamel, but we cannot see the dentine. Enamel is the
Yes.
point number 2. You can write enamel is the outermost layer of a tooth, and dentine is the second layer of a tooth. In third
And
point, you can write
hard.
enamel is the
It's hard.
hardest layer or hardest part of our tooth, and dentine is softer than enamel.
Yes, that 3 point done.
Yes, 3
And now
points complete, done. 3
3.2.
basic points. Now B, part B, digestion and absorption. This one is also
Now
quite
you will
easy.
write
Digestion
in
and
a home.
absorption.
These 3 points.
3 differences you tell me, okay? Digestion
Ma'am, I
and
can tell
absorption.
first one.
Raise your hands, raise your hands. Don't shout, just
My
who can tell me the answer, raise your hands. I will ask each of you. Only Arijit and Rupanjan, no one else can tell me the difference between digestion and absorption. And Samuddin I can see. Okay, one by one you tell. First Rupanjan, you tell the first point.
Yes, digestion is breaking down a large food molecule to small one.
And absorption?
Absorption in the movement of small molecule into the small intestine to blood, into the blood.
Okay, so in digestion, we break down the large molecules or the large pieces of food, it will be better into smaller pieces, right? And in absorption, we take out or we absorb the nutrients from the food. That is the simple molecules of the particles, right? Or of the compounds. So when we absorb the nutrients from the food, that is called absorption. Okay, that is correct. Now, Arijit, what is the second
Yes.
point?
In digestion, the digestion enzymes work, but in absorption, enzyme does not work.
So digestion includes enzyme activity, but absorption do not include enzyme activity. Now, Samuddin, you tell the third point.
Yes, ma'am. Digestion needs the energy to break down, but absorption does not need the energy.
Absorption does not need any energy. For any kind of activity that we perform, we need energy. Okay, even as I have told you before also, for even blinking
sleeping
our
also.
eyes. So blinking our eyes, for that activity also, we need energy. Okay. Okay, I'm showing you one page. You can see this one.
We will.
As only Samuddin, Rupanjan and Arijit have raised the hand. So
Ma'am, I
now you
also
can
raised-
see this one. Okay, Purvasha.
Subhasa also
Okay,
can.
see this one. That is that. Yes, here so many. How many? Total 6 differences are given here. First, in first one, digestion is the mechanical and chemical breakdown of food by the action of digestive enzymes. Okay, so the
Ma'am, I
two
want to tell
points
this
that
one.
Rupanjan and Arijit said, the 2 points are written together here. Rupanjan said it's a mechanical process to break down the food, and Arijit said that digestive enzymes are included. So in this single point, the 2 points are combined. And whereas absorption is the assimilation of substances into the bloodstream from the digestive tract. Okay, whatever you have said, that is absolutely correct, but it's written in a better way.
Ma'am, in this
Now
all
in digestion, point number 2. In
And can you
animals,
start
digestion occurs. Yes. Yes,
some pain?
Aradhya.
Can you share one time pain?
Aradhya.
Because I can't
The
see
pen,
the board.
annotation, right? Annotation. Okay.
I can't see the board black fully. Yes, ma'am. I can see now.
What? You
The
want
board,
to
board.
mark anything?
No, ma'am. I can't see the board. That's why fully black.
So if I activate the annotation only, then you can see.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So in point number 2, you can see in animals, digestion occurs inside the gastrointestinal tract. In animals, absorption occurs through the mucosal epithelium of small intestine. So digestion occurs in the gastrointestinal tract, in the alimentary canal from mouth. In mouth also partial digestion occurs. Then through the tract, the esophagus, through the esophagus, the food passes to the stomach. There also digestion occurs, and even in the duodenum, partial digestion occurs. Very less amount, but occurs. Whereas absorption only occurs in the small intestine. In fungi, digestive enzymes are secreted to the external food source. Okay, you can skip this point, this one. Okay.
Which one?
middle point. Yes.
Yes, the digestion starts in the mouth in animals, and the absorption starts in the stomach, right? In stomach also, in stomach mostly digestion occurs, but absorption starts in stomach. So digestion starts in mouth and absorption starts in stomach. Now digestion occurs by the action of digestive enzymes, and absorption occurs by active transport and passive transport. Requires energy to break down the food, does not require energy because we are not breaking down the food. What Samuddin said, exactly that point. So we are just absorbing it. We are absorbing it from the food. So for
Yes.
passing it or transporting it again, we will need energy. Okay, it is written here because they are talking about only the absorption. For that particular function only, does not require energy.
Right also so.
So except this middle
Yeah.
point, you can write total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points are there, you can write. Okay.
We can
Yes.
write 5 points.
Yes, if you write 3 points, if 2 marks are there, okay, and for that, if you write 3 points, that will be enough.
Okay.
But
ma'am.
if you
All-
have 5 points, if you get 5 points, you should read it, because you never know, the question may also contain or carry 3 marks. For that, you will have to write at least 4 points.
Yes.
Generally, differences carry, these types of questions carry 2 marks. Okay, for that 3 points will be enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Let's see. So these differences are quite easy. You have already learned it. You have already read it in the chapter. You
Ma'am.
can write directly. You don't need to.
Large intestine next.
You don't need to look at the. Yes. You don't need to look at the or search internet for that. If you have read it, you can write the simple differences, and that will be enough. What you can see. Okay, what is the difference between small intestine and large intestine? That is very easy. And next one is bile and pancreatic juice. I'm giving these 2 differences
Homework.
As homework.
Yes, ma'am. We
as your
can.
homework. Yes,
Homework.
in your homework.
Yes, ma'am. No problem. These 2 are easy.
Yes.
Can you see us now?
Yes, ma'am.
The book, the page
No,
of the book.
No, ma'am, cannot see the.
Already shared.
No, ma'am, I can see your Zoom screen.
Yes, now I can see.
Yes,
now.
ma'am, now I can see.
Now can you see?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes.
So these two, the difference between small intestine and large intestine, and difference between bile and pancreatic juice. Both of these questions are very easy. Write 3 points,
Yes,
okay? 3 points for each of these questions. Next, you
Okay,
can
ma'am.
see question number 2A.
Yes,
What is
right.
meant by balanced diet? Okay, before starting this one, let's do this one that I gave you in homework, okay? As
This
I have already given you this part in your homework, but I have got the homework only from 3 to 4 students, maybe. So let's do this one first. Question number 4. So you can see many words are given here. Not all
Many-
the words we will use. We will use some of them. We can
Yes,
repeat it if
are
needed.
13.
So the teeth, lips, and tongue help to take food into mouth. This is called
Ingestion.
Yes.
Ingestion.
ingestion. So
Ingestion,
in the
ma'am.
first blank space, you will have to write ingestion. Okay. I'm again
Yes.
telling you the teeth, lips, and tongue help to take food into the mouth. This is called ingestion. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now in the second blank space, the food is mixed with saliva from the salivary glands. Saliva contains the enzyme.
Amylase.
Am I like?
Yes.
Yes. So saliva contains the enzyme amylase. So in the
Which-
second blank place, there will be amylase.
Yes. And this type of
Okay.
one.
Wait.
The blank.
Yes, in exam, this type of questions can come. Okay, so saliva contains the enzyme amylase, which digests dash to the sugar. Which digests dash to the sugar.
Start.
Start.
Yes, starts to the sugar.
Yes, you can write starch to the sugar. To the sugar maltose. Saliva also contains dash. Saliva
Mucus.
also contains dash, which lubricates the chewed food, making it easy to swallow. So it will be mucus.
What is the answer that maltose saliva also contain dash?
Contains mucus. You see? Saliva also contains mucus, which lubricates the chewed food, making it easy to swallow.
Yes.
Okay.
Mucus.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
the next paragraph, look here. The food travels down the dash to the stomach. The food travels down the dash. So this answer will be esophagus. The food travels down the esophagus to the stomach.
Yes.
Here, dash acid is secreted.
Hydrochloric
Here,
acid.
Hydrochloric.
Hydrochloric acid.
yes, so here hydrochloric acid is secreted. HCl. Here hydrochloric acid is secreted, which provides ideal conditions for the enzyme pepsin to work. Pepsin is a protease and begins the digestion of
Proteins.
Protein.
Yes.
Protein.
Okay, complete up to this.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Submit
ma'am.
on-
The third paragraph. After leaving the stomach, the food enters the dash. The
Now,
food
Duodenum.
enters the duodenum. So after leaving the stomach, the food enters the duodenum, which is the first part of the dash intestine.
Small,
It is the first
Intestine.
part of the
small intestine.
small intestine.
Small intestine.
Intestine.
Small intestine.
Here, juices from the
Pancreas.
dash
Pancreas and
Pancreas and gallbladder.
the
gallbladder.
Pancreas and gallbladder.
Yes.
Here juices
Yes, ma'am.
from
Gallbladder and pancreas.
pancreas and bladder.
Ma'am, your
Here
voice is
juices from the pancreas and gallbladder. See this one? So pancreas is the first one and gall only
Ma'am,
remains.
your voice is not
You have to
clear.
write gall in the blank space, bladder is already here. So here juices from the pancreas. They contain to swallow. The food travels down. The food travels down the esophagus to the stomach. Here, hydrochloric acid is secreted, which provides ideal conditions for the enzyme pepsin to work. Pepsin is a protease and begins the digestion of proteins. After leaving the stomach, the food enters the duodenum, which is the first part of the small intestine. Here, juices from the
pancreas.
here juices from the from the gallbladder and pancreas. Sorry, pancreas will be the first one, gallbladder will be the next one.
Yes.
Here juices from the pancreas and gallbladder flow in. They contain amylase, protease, and lipase. Lipase digests fat to fatty acids and glycerols. Okay, this is the exact thing what you will have to write. Complete.
Yes, ma'am, complete.
Okay, so next day, that is tomorrow. Tomorrow also we will do this end of chapter questions. And if we are able to complete it tomorrow, then after the day after tomorrow, we will start the next chapter. But for tomorrow, I have given you one homework. Don't forget to write it and send it to the assignment section. That is 1C and 1D. Okay.
And you can